If you're looking to make the most out of fall in Colorado Springs, be sure to stay tuned for this entire video so you don't miss out on any of the good insights that we're going to offer you today.
As you guys know, my name's Crystal, this is Sean, and we are your local real estate agents here to help serve you if you're in the market to buy, sell, invest, build, all of that good stuff. I cannot believe that summer is already almost done. It's crazy.
My favorite season gone.
But fall is probably one of the top seasons here in Colorado because there's so much to do and the weather is perfect.
If I had a second favorite season, it would probably be fall because you still get the warmer weather most of the time. It does get a little bit chilly, especially in the early mornings and late.
Chilly, but it's still like sunny and nice. And
yes, and the colors. That is the best part, is the colors. Talk about the colors. I'm colorblind, so you can't take my word for it, even though it's a long story. But basically, if I take a colorblind test, I will fail all of them. But I have trained myself to see certain colors. I don't know how I did it. I don't know. Don't ask. But Crystal, tell them about how great it is.
I mean, it's one of the, I don't know if you want to talk about that right now or if we should talk about some of the other things.
Whatever, it's our show. We can do
it. It is our show. One of my favorite things to do here and in fall especially is go through the mountains. Like Sean said, with seasons changing, and that means that colors are changing, we have a ton of trees, have a ton of nature. And so you get your trees to turn this beautiful yellow, orange, vibrant red, and it's absolutely stunning. You can go, not only is the trip, you can go to several different trips throughout, but not only is that a lot of fun, but just to be able to overlook and see all of the different colors, it's probably one of my favorite things to do. And it's free.
If you take these little mountainous trails into a little city called Manitou Springs, which is just outside of Colorado Springs, you're going to get to experience one of the most fun, crazy, weird, small town activities that you will probably see in and around the Colorado Springs area, and that is the coffin races.
Huh?
I mean, it sounds crazy, right? It's like, okay, coffin races, what are we talking about? And when I first moved to Colorado Springs and I had first heard of it, I was like, what is this? What's going on? But it is so much fun. It's this huge, they have a huge parade that has a ton of different people in it, ton of different businesses, ton of different organizations. But the race in itself, I don't know all of the ins and outs of it, but basically you get together a team and the team creates a coffin. And then with that coffin, it has to be pushed. It has to be a vehicle, but it can't be like you can't, I'm pretty sure that it cannot have like a motor in it. Yeah, it has to be like a straight up, like when you were in Boy Scouts and you had to build like the little car, it has to be kind of like that.
It's like the Colorado version of Cool Runnings. You guys have never seen that movie.
Yes.
It's like Halloween meets Mardi Gras. It's a huge party. All of the small towners are there because Manitou Springs is its own little culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're so much fun, and everything to do even around Manitou Springs during the fall is just like the walkability. If you have not been to Manitou Springs during the fall, you have to go. It is super walkable. There's tons of stuff to do, little stores, little things to do all around. But yes, you have to go during the coffin race.
Well, and everybody, I think we've even talked about this before, but the great thing about Manitou in general is it is, like you said, it's your own little culture. But it's unique. It's unique. But it's so, I mean, you can go into all these different shops. First off, you support local because 90% of those places are all local places, which just gives you a really good feeling inside. But it's not things that you would find at like a Walmart or a Target.
Right.
It's all real, hand put together, hand created, artists, small businesses, and it's just, and they get into their culture. They strive in it, I think.
Yeah, and even if you're looking for food or whatever it is, like you're not going to go to Manitou Springs and eat at a Chili's.
No,
it's just,
I don't even think that they have a Chili's, but don't do that.
No, they don't have one. That's my point. If you're going there, you're going to eat somewhere that you've probably never eaten before. It's probably going to be a mom and pop shop, locally owned, and it's just super unique experience. But again, during fall, which is kind of the whole reason that we're coming out with this video a little bit in advance so that you can kind of look at the things to do. You can plan it all out. And we didn't want to put exact dates in here just because things can change. But if you're curious about when something's happening, if you're watching this before late September, early October, comment below. We'd be happy to fill you in with all the details as they come out. But yes, the coffin races are super fun.
So fun.
Manitou Springs is a blast.
And I think that there's like a judging to it too, to where you can participate. You don't have to necessarily, create a coffin and do that big O team thing. You can just go and watch. Watching it's probably the best part, right? So you don't have the stress.
I'm not participating in that.
Yeah. And then there's obviously all these other contests with costumes and the best, like the most creative and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot of fun.
All right, next on our list is a childhood favorite. If you're not from the Colorado Springs, then you've probably never heard of Boo at the Zoo. What this event is it takes place at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, which is one of the top-rated zoos.
I was going to say, it's one of the best
in all of North America, so there's that perk. You get all the same fun zoo adventures. You get to go feed the giraffes, and their giant tongues get to do their thing and whatever else. But Boo at the Zoo is a safe, family fun trick-or-treating event for the whole family, really, but obviously it's focused on kiddos. So you get to dress up, they're gonna pass out candy, they're gonna have different family fun events throughout the entire zoo, and it is just a super cool experience because when I was a kid, trick-or-treating was a real big thing. It used to be like, you would go out and you'd go ring doorbells till midnight and nobody would really care. It was just the thing to do. But her kids, when we watched them grow up, it was like, well, nobody really participates in trick-or-treating anymore because unfortunately we live in a little bit of a scary, crazy world. But this, you can go there and it is just like probably what you remember from your childhood. There's tons of people, tons of events. There's just so much fun to be had.
I think the biggest thing with it too is that it's all ages. So if you have kids that are, in the baby stages, or you don't really want them going from house to house to house, and then you have older ones, it's a great event that is very, I want to say safe, but things happen anywhere and everywhere, but it's good for all ages and everybody can dress up. So your
controlled
babies, your kids, controlled is probably like the best way to put it. It's all,
you have event staff, it's just controlled. Exactly that.
Yeah, and it's a big space, so it's not as though you're going to be done in like 5-10 minutes. And you, not only do you get to trick or treat, but if your kids are like, I'm done, I'm over it, they still get to see animals. So it keeps them engaged and excited.
And again, it's during the fall. So I think it's the Sky Ride. It's like a gondola, but you can take it up and like oversee the entire zoo. You can oversee the city, which is super cool because of all the vibrant colors that I can't see. But she says they're vibrant. No, I can't
tell me that I'm wrong,
slightly,
guys.
But it is a very super cool experience, and it's just something that if you're
and it's not super expensive either. I don't think.
No, it's not.
It's fairly cheap or affordable, especially because you do get the zoo on top of your kids still get to experience that trick or treating.
Now, with this all being said, anything that's happening in the fall in Colorado Springs can be 70 degrees or 40. So plan on temperatures changing or be prepared. Make sure that you look at your weather app because it could be 70, it could be 40, it could be windy, it could be calm. So just pay attention to that because you don't want to show up to the zoo in like outfit like I'm wearing right now and it's 40 degrees and super windy at night and then you end up having a terrible time. So just pay attention to the weather because that could put a little bit of a damper on your day.
Layers, you guys, layers. We've talked about it all the time. Another thing that we talk about quite a bit, probably because it's one of our favorites, is definitely Garden of the Gods. We've talked about how you can just go there, freelance, you can go walk up the trails, you can go chill, you can do photos, you can have a picnic, you could do rock climbing.
There's so much stuff.
But I don't think that we've necessarily talked about the Jeep tours, which is pretty cool. We should probably do that.
It is super cool. And it is year round, but again, the fall season, just the way that the colors are changing and the
weather for every year.
Like it is such a different experience. Do you want to be 95 degrees in a Jeep with like no wind, sweating just say it! Sweating those things off, dying? No, nobody does. But if you can go in a Jeep with the top off and cruise and it's a cool 65 degrees, if you need to wear a quarter zip or whatever, you totally can. But again, the colors and even the sunsets during fall are just so unique. And obviously, Garden of the Gods itself is extremely unique. It is one of the touristy things to do here in Colorado Springs. But if you've never experienced it, you're going to want to. Crystal has a friend in town right now. Actually, we should take her to Garden of the Gods because I don't know if she's ever seen it or not.
She's in the Garden of the Gods.
Well, then we don't have to take her. But we could if we wanted to, and we could get in the Jeeps.
We could do the Jeep tour. One of the big things in fall that we do a lot for our clients is we love pumpkin patches. We love giving out pumpkins. We have a huge event coming up in our community, but it's open to everybody. It's open to all of our clients. If you're here visiting and you want to go, definitely shoot us a text and we'll give you all the details on it. But and we give pumpkins away. Pumpkins are probably one of my favorite things about fall because it's not only can you get a pumpkin that looks completely different and that's all like different shapes and sizes, and we call them pimples and, you know, all this kind of stuff on them. But then you also, like, you can take them home and you can paint them, you can carve them with the family, you can do it solo, you can get pumpkin seeds. And so going to pumpkin patches and being able to pick pumpkins is probably one of my all-time favorite things. And here in Colorado, there are a ton of different pumpkin patches.
I get the pleasure of going to a farm, which I can't disclose. I can't give you guys my secrets.
No, because we get thousands of pumpkins.
We get thousands of pumpkins to give away at this event. And it wasn't this last year, but the year before, they actually let us do the unique ones. So we had what we called the pimple pumpkins. You got the ones that you would see in like the movies where they're like white and they have like the crazy spiral stems.
They were so cool.
You had the regular orange ones. What other colors were there? There was a couple other colors that we had.
It was like orange, like a weird orange, white.
I remember the white one.
Green. There was
a green one. Is that what it was? There was a green ones. But yeah, super cool. And we get to give these away, which is super fun because we do another event with the YMCA too, where we get to give away pumpkins. And it's just so cool to see anyone, right? But especially those that aren't as fortunate or less fortunate to be able to give away pumpkins to these families, to kids that get to go home and paint pumpkins for the first time or to carve pumpkins for the first time. And doing the pumpkin patches, like she was saying, is such a unique experience too, not only for our client events.
They don't just have to be able to pick a pumpkin. They have
you get to do the hay rides or the mazes or photo opportunities, different games.
The corn mazes, you guys, they're freaking freaky. You think, oh, you're an adult, you'll be able to get through it. You get turned around and everything looks exactly the same, and it's like my anxiety goes through the roof. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be trapped in here. What's going to happen? What am I going to do? But they're so much fun.
And for you rookies that have never been on a farm or at a pumpkin patch, let me give you some key pointers. Don't wear a t-shirt, wear long sleeves. Because if you do get...
Shorts are cute dresses.
Yeah. Take your Zyrtec or whatever allergy pills you guys need. Yep. And did you say shoes already?
No.
Wear shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. I really
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, cowboy boots. I really like my white tennis shoes, but I cannot wear them to farms because they will be totally ruined. But yeah, there's so much to do for the whole...
They have the corn... It's such a crazy concept, right? But they have like these big... like big old pools or squares, like kind of like what would be a sandbox. But they put corn on the cob little thingies. And you, like, the kids just play in it. It's just crazy. It's so cool.
I have no clue what she's talking about.
I'm gonna find a picture of it.
If we have to put it out there, we're gonna roll it.
I promise you guys, I'm a little crazy, but
wrong. She's wrong. But I have no.
Right here, look.
I was thinking we were gonna get into like bobbing for apples or something.
They don't have bobbing for apples at the pumpkin patches.
The way that you were going with your story, I didn't know what you were talking. So if the kids play in corn on the cob, we'll roll the footage.
Corn on the cob, it's just little corns.
The little corns.
Yeah, like what you like take off. I don't know. I'm gonna find it.
We'll roll it if we can figure it out. If not, then you know what I deal with on a daily basis, which is crazy.
Anyway, there are several different farms that you can go to. For a list, definitely DM us, send us a text, comment below. We'll definitely hook you guys up with some of our favorites. And a lot of times too, we're talking about events during the fall, but a lot of times those are open kind of year round because they do have so many different things going on. They have a big, what is that thing called? The balloon? The trampoline thing?
I don't know what that's called, but that is real. It's humongous, and you jump on it, and it's just I don't think it's a spring. It's like air.
It's air, yeah. It's like a trampoline, but way cooler.
Yeah.
For adults, and it's really, really big. That's a lot of fun.
Might have footage of that. I've done it several years ago, but I think we might.
Yeah, because we've hosted our client events at the pumpkin patches a lot that have had that, so.
But yes, if you've never participated in a pumpkin patch and you want to have fun this fall, go to one. We'll list a bunch in the comments below so that you can kind of pick and choose. And if you're looking for specific dates, again, comment below because we don't want to put false information out because things do tend to change.
So now that we've talked about some things that are geared more towards families and probably kids, which you can still do as an adult, one of the big things that we have a ton of here, because I guess Colorado likes their beers. I don't really know. I'm not a beer girl, but
craft fans or something like that. I don't really know.
But Oktoberfest is big here. There's all kinds of different Oktoberfests where you very much community vibe, entertainment. They have bands, they have DJs, they have like
it's
local
just
vendors.
a huge party and parade and all of the above. And people show up and they just have the times of their lives. Oktoberfest is crazy.
Yep.
Crazy. They're all over downtown Colorado.
I was going to say, and a lot of times I'll be honest, you guys, it's not something that we go to just because we don't drink beer. We did.
Yes.
And it was a lot of fun. And it was cool because they gave you this little shot glass and you got to be able to get like taste different beers and different samples. So I'm assuming that's kind of what all of them are like, is that you get to sample all these different breweries and different brews or different flavors.
What are you talking about? There's different beer crawls, there's costume parties, there's all different. I don't know
No, my thing, right?
It is a freaking party is what you need to know. And there is so much to do during these events, but the whole point is to basically just go drinking with your friends. And one of the coolest spots, in my opinion, is at Ivy Wilds.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard us talk about Ivy Wild School, it is crazy. It basically once upon a time was a school that they transformed into several different entities. There's different places to get food. There's like Bristol Brewing. Is it Goat Patch? And Goat Patch is there. There's a couple different things going on in this place. But it is a super unique experience just outside downtown Colorado Springs. And if you've never been, you have to go. And the event that they put on there, they do so many different events there, but the Ivy Wild School itself is just one of the most unique experiences that you're going to find in the area.
I agree. So as you can tell, we love our fall season.
Not as much as summer.
No, we love summer. Even though I feel like this summer wasn't like a typical summer.
We got a lot of rain.
But the great thing about YouTube is that these videos just kind of live on here forever. So if you are listening to our video and you are curious about what is happening in the season that we're in and or what's happening right now, send us a DM. We'll get you hooked up with all of the different activities, because that is the great thing about here, you guys, is that every single weekend, almost every single day, you can find something so fun to do. And because fall is one of our favorites, there's a lot of things that you can do. We try to give you a little bit of free, very affordable things. And then probably a little bit, like the pumpkin patches can add up. They're still very affordable just to even go enter. And then the breweries, their tickets, depending on kind of like the band and how big it is, can kind of price up. But there's so many fun things to do, whether free or not, adult, single, kids, all ages. It's amazing.
If you have any super cool places or events or any of the following in or around the Colorado Springs area that you like to do during the fall season, please leave it in the comments below. Share it with everybody else that wants to watch this video. And that way we can all just grow and get together and do all the different fun things that there is to do in fall in Colorado Springs.
We'll see you at the next one.
I'll not redo that. That was awkward.
So thank you guys for listening once again. Crystal and Sean here, and we will see you on the next one.